Right before we heard that we had the worst air quality right here in Mississauga and the GTA, I was looking outside the windows when I was on the phone with clients, and I genuinely thought that I had my sunglasses on inside my house. I couldn't believe it. Like the sky had turned dark yellowish color. I couldn't believe what was happening. I couldn't even see, beyond my street. And it's because of the wildfire and the smoke from up north. And it's really very sad what's been happening. And I hope that things will get under control very soon. On this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to check inside your house for specific things on your furnace filter, your AC unit, and making sure that you have proper air ventilation and filtration inside your home. Whether you're renting or you own your own home is so important for all of us, especially if this continues for a little while longer this summer and we're told to stay more indoors. And it's not just about staying inside or wearing a mask when you go outside. It's also specific things that you can do inside your own home, especially since many of us are working more from home these days. And especially if you have children or elderly parents living together with you, it's even more important to pay attention to your home's ventilation and air filtration. It's also a great time to check on your older neighbors or parents. Just give them a quick call and make sure that they're doing okay. All right, so between the heat wave that we've been having this month and then now this air quality warning making indoor air quality matter more than ever, this feels like it's the right time for me to talk about your home's cooling and ventilation system because it's doing a lot more work than most people realize. So let's get into it. First, and it's the easiest thing to do, is to check your furnace filter right now. Now, a basic filter is the most, standard one that we use all year. But during the weeks like this one that we're having, a higher MERV rated filter makes a big difference in what's actually circulating through the house. MERV rated filter, it's spelled MERV. It stands for Minimum Efficiency Reporting Value. It's pronounced exactly how it looks. It measures effectively an HVAC or furnace air filter traps and removes airborne particles. So quick breakdown. So MERV ratings sound technical, but they're actually pretty simple to understand. I'm going to explain it to you properly. So a MERV rating 1 to 4 is your basic filter. It's catching everyday dust, lint, pollen, the stuff that you would normally see collecting on your furniture. Now, when you go to a rating of 5 through 8, now you're in a standard residential type of filter. This is the range that most homes are already in, and it's doing a super good job on pet dander, dust mites, mold spores, the usual household stuff. So that's very important to have. Now, a rating of 9 to 12 is where it gets more useful for these weeks. Honestly, the range is considered high efficiency and is actually good at catching finer particles, the kind of stuff that you would see in smog or wildfire smoke. Then rating of 13 to 16 is hospital or medical grade. That's filtering out bacteria, very fine smoke, some viruses maybe, and then 17 to 20 grade, that's hospital level filtration. Not something that we're gonna need in our own house. So this is the part that I really want you to hear because I don't want anyone watching this video to run out and grab the highest rated filter. They can find something more, maybe you think more is better. It's not that simple. The tighter the weave on these higher rated filters, the more resistance it's going to create for your HVAC system. That means that your furnace or your AC has to work much harder to push the air through it. And that can actually raise your energy bill or worse, put extra strain on your blower motor over time. So before you upgrade, it's worth checking your HVAC system's manual or just give your technician a call and asking what specific furnace can actually handle. So most standard residential systems are really built for something in the MERV 8 to MERV 11 range. So going way higher than that isn't automatically the win that you're going to get. Next, check if your home has an HRV or ERV system. That's a heat or energy recovery ventilator because that equipment brings in fresh, filtered air instead of just recirculating what's already inside the house. Most newer built homes are starting to include this type of equipment more often, and it's becoming a nice selling feature, not just a nice to have. So if you're touring homes this summer, and a lot of people are doing that, this is actually a really good time to pay attention to a home's ventilation and air filtration. Ask what kind of furnace filter the home is using, what type of air ventilation equipment they have. If you're a home seller and your home does have upgraded filtration or a newer furnace or an HRV system, mention it. It's an awesome feature to highlight it. Buyers are thinking about this stuff more than they used to, especially after the week that we've seen, like the one we had just now. It can even make your listing more attractive. If you're a landlord, and it's a great reminder also for myself, this is a good week to double check ventilation in your rental properties. Are the windows sealing properly? Is there a working exhaust fan in the bathrooms and the kitchen? Because tenants, they notice this stuff, especially during the weeks like this, and it's a lot cheaper to fix a seal or a fan now than to deal with a bigger complaint later on, right? And if you're just a homeowner trying to get through this week, simple stuff works as well. Just keep your windows closed, run your AC or a fan on recirculate instead of pulling in the outside air. And if you've got a portable air purifier, now is the week to use it as well. And definitely skip the yard work if the air is really bad outside. My teenager son, Justin, he's super thrilled about not having to do the yard work this week. Now let's talk about air conditioning unit in your home, because this air quality week that didn't come out of nowhere. It came right after that we had a couple of weeks of brutal heat wave in the month of July. And that heat wave broke a lot of AC units across Mississauga, including some of our rental properties, my client's AC unit, their neighbor unit as well. And all through July, we've had one heat wave after another, leading right up to this air quality warning that we had. And heat waves are exactly when air conditioners get pushed the hardest. They're running nonstop from day to night. And it's not a coincidence that I've had quite a few of my clients this month text me the same thing. My AC just broke. It was a very busy time scrambling to get AC maintenance or replacement in the middle of a heat wave of 39 degrees. That was not fun. So if your AC broke down this month, or you're buying or selling a home this summer, this next part actually matters, not only for your wallet, but also for your comfort. So first thing to think about is the high efficiency AC versus a heat pump. If you're replacing your AC unit, this is really the first decision that you're making. A regular high efficiency air conditioner does one job. It cools down the house. A heat pump does both. Cools you in the summer, it heats you up in the winter, so it's doing double duty instead of you running a separate furnace system just for heat. Heat pumps cost more upfront, but they're more energy efficient overall, especially in those seasons like spring and fall. So if you're staying in your home long term, honestly, a heat pump is worth a serious look. A lot of my clients have invested in heat pumps. And if you're planning to sell in the next couple of years, a standard high efficiency AC might actually make more sense. You may not be around long enough to get that higher upfront cost back. And next thing, and I really want to be honest with you about this one, buying the unit outright versus renting it. A lot of companies are being very aggressive right now with their rental promotions, right? So they're promoting low monthly payments, no upfront cost. It sounds really easy, but there is a catch. Those rental agreements, they often have a lot of interest built into that monthly rate. And over a few years, you can actually end up paying way more than the unit is actually worth. Now, some people still prefer renting because the monthly cost feels more manageable and the service calls and the technician are usually also included. So I'm not saying it's the wrong choice for everyone. It really depends on your cash flow, your budget, and how long you're planning to stay in the home. But if you can afford to purchase it outright or finance it separately, owning the AC unit almost always costs less in the long run. And no matter which way you go, maintenance matters a lot as well. And this is something that I take really seriously across all of our rental properties. Both Reliance and Enercare, they offer heating and cooling maintenance and protection plans, and we actually use these on our own properties, specifically, especially if there's a heat wave. That's when a neglected unit usually breaks down, like we just saw recently. So a protection plan usually covers your annual tune-up and gets you priority service if something breaks. And trust me, that matters a lot when it's 30 plus degrees outside and then every HVAC company is completely jammed, and slammed with calls. So I hope that all of this plays out, for you. If you're touring homes this summer, ask about the cooling system. Is it a heat pump or is it a standard AC? And is it owned outright or is it under a rental contract? Because that rental contract, it doesn't disappear when you buy the house. It actually comes with you. It's going to get transferred to you. It will end up costing more than it looks on paper. And if you're selling and your system is owned and is efficient under maintenance plan, mention it. Don't be shy about it, because that's really great features. Buyers are paying more attention to this right now, to this kind of stuff a lot more, especially in the summer like we're having. If you're a landlord like myself, this is generally the month to go check every unit's maintenance status. Don't wait for the next heat wave to find out the hard way. Okay, this is my honest takeaway in this video. Weeks like this are a good reminder that the stuff that you don't think about until it breaks down, whether it's your furnace, your filter, your AC, and that's actually the stuff that affects your day-to-day life, very important, and your comfort and your costs. So it's easy to ignore all of it until the big heat wave or a smoke warning hit us back to back. And then like we just saw last week, right? So stay inside a little bit longer if you can. Check on your neighbors, especially if they're older or if they're living on their own. And if you're thinking about buying or selling, or you just want a second opinion on your own home systems before the next heat wave rolls in, just reach out. I'd love to connect. You can drop me a comment below. You can call or text me. My number is right here. And I'd be happy to walk you through whatever you need and answer any questions that you may have. There's never any pressure, just a real conversation. So take care of yourself. And thanks so much for watching the video today. Please share it also with anyone that would be very helpful for them. And I will see you on the next one.